Hello children. As we read that Peggy and Maddie went to Boggan's Height to see Wanda Pendrowski and to say sorry, but they could not find her. So they came back and it was okay with Peggy, but Maddie was disturbed and decided that she would never keep quiet if she found anyone teaching others. Now let us move forward. On Saturday, Maddie spent the afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Wanda Pendrowski. So on Saturday, Maddie and Peggy, they both spent time together, afternoon together, while they were writing a letter to Wanda Pendrowski. It was just a friendly letter telling about the contest and telling Wanda she had won. So they were writing a friendly letter in which they were telling her that Wanda had won the contest. Now they told her how pretty her drawings were, and they asked her if she liked where she was living and if she liked her new teacher. And in this letter, they also told her that her drawings were very pretty and asked her whether the place where she was living and the new teacher, they were good or not, if she liked them or not. They had meant to say they were sorry, but it ended up with their just writing a friendly letter. Even they wanted to say sorry to Wanda Pendrowski, but they ended their letter in a friendly mode, the kind they would have written to any good friend, and they signed it with lots of X's for love. So it was just a friendly letter as they were writing this letter to their very good friend, and at the end they signed lots of X's for love. X's represent kisses. So they mailed the letter to Boggan's Heights, writing please forward on the envelope. So they posted the letter to Boggan's Heights because they were not known to the address of Wanda Pendrowski, and they also wrote on the envelope please forward send to their address. So days passed and there was no answer, but the letter did not come back. So maybe Wanda had received it. So after many days passed, there was no answer and even the letter did not come back. So Wanda maybe, or it was guessed that Wanda might have received that. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry she was not going to answer. You could not blame her. So maybe she did not answer that letter because she was very much hurt and angry and was not interested in answering that letter. So no one should blame her. Weeks went by and still Wanda did not answer. So earlier days passed, now weeks passed, but there was no answer from Wanda's side. So Peggy had begun to forget the whole business, and Maddie put herself to sleep at night making speeches about Wanda, defending her from great crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with how many dresses have you got. Now Peggy, she began to forget the whole episode, whatever had happened, but it was opposite with Maddie, that she just put herself to sleep at night making speeches about Wanda. She was just thinking all the time about Wanda, that as if she was thinking that other girls, they were teasing her by asking how many dresses she had, and this girl Maddie, she was protecting, she was defending her from those crowds of girls, those who were teasing her. And before Wanda could press her lips together in a tight line the way she did, before answering, Maddie would cry out, "Stop!" So she was thinking, she was writing when before all these, that Wanda could press her lips in that embarrassment together in a tight line, and the way she did before answering, that she was used to do before answering, whenever she was asked how many dresses she had, Maddie would cry out, "Stop!" And she was thinking that before Wanda will try to answer, she said, "Stop!" then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. And the people, the children, those who were teasing her, they should have been feeling ashamed as Vanda Pentrosky was feeling. So all these things are Maddie's thinking. She's just thinking all these things, that there is a crowd of girls, those who are teasing Vanda Pentrosky, and Vanda Pentrosky, before she felt embarrassed, this girl Maddie, she was defending her from those girls, as she earlier decided that she would never let anyone tease others. Now it was Christmas time and there was snow on the ground. Now Christmas time came and it was snow on the ground. Christmas bells and a small tree decorated the classroom. So a small tree with Christmas bells was put in the classroom to decorate it on the last day of school before holidays. And before holidays, on the last day, the teacher showed the class a letter she had received that morning. Their teacher, Miss Mason, she showed a letter to the class which she received in that morning. Okay, you remember Vanda Pentrosky, the gifted little artist who won the drawing contest? Well, she has written me and I am glad to know where she lives, because now I can send her medal. So the teacher, what she said, that you remember, she asked the children whether they remember that girl Vanda Pentrosky, who was the gifted artist and won the drawing contest. And she also told them that this girl, she had written a letter to Miss Mason, and now she knew where Vanda was living, and she could send those medal to she could send her medal to her now. I want to read her letter to you. And Miss Mason also wanted to read that letter to the class. The class sat up quite with a sudden interest and listened intently. So everybody in the class, they sat and listened that letter very carefully. Dear Miss Mason, how are you? And room 13. So in the letter, the first line was how are you, and room 13, room number 13 referred to all the children, those who were studying in that class. Please tell the girls they can keep those 100 dresses, because in my new house I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. She has written that she asked Miss Mason to tell the girls to take those 100 dresses, 100 drawings of dresses she had made, to keep with themselves, because Vanda Pentrosky had 100 new ones with her in her closet, in her cupboard. I would like that girl Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with the red trimming, and her friend Maddie to have the blue one. And she said that she would like if Peggy, she would take the green dress with red trimming, and Maddie would take that blue one for Christmas. I miss that school and my new teacher does not equalize with you. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. And she said that for Christmas, I miss the school and my new teacher does not equalize with you. That she missed that school where she was studying earlier, and her new teacher is different from Miss Mason. And she also conveyed Merry Christmas to everybody. And yours truly, Vanda Pentrosky. So that's all for today. Rest will continue afterwards.